A solid grasp of foundational concepts in biology, chemistry, and physics is essential for exploring more advanced scientific ideas. These core principles provide the framework upon which complex theories and discoveries are built. Understanding the basics allows us to make sense of intricate processes, from cellular functions to chemical reactions and physical laws. By mastering these fundamentals, we are better equipped to analyze, interpret, and innovate within the scientific world. The Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is a fundamental principle in genetics that describes how the genetic variation in a population remains constant from one generation to the next, provided certain conditions are met. Mathematically, it is represented by the equation p squared plus 2pq plus q squared equals 1, where p and q are the frequencies of two alleles in the population. This model assumes no mutation, migration, selection, or genetic drift, and that mating is random. When actual genetic data deviate from these expected frequencies, it suggests that one or more evolutionary forces are influencing the population. Such deviations help scientists identify factors like natural selection, gene flow, or genetic drift at play. Human physiology explores the intricate functions that keep our bodies operating smoothly. One key concept is cardiac output, which measures the volume of blood the heart pumps per minute. This value is calculated by multiplying heart rate by stroke volume, providing insight into cardiovascular health and efficiency. Another important area is blood group compatibility, which determines how blood can be safely transfused between individuals. Understanding these principles is essential for medical practice and helps prevent complications during procedures like blood transfusions. Myasthenia gravis is a prime example of an autoimmune disorder that disrupts neuromuscular transmission. In this condition, the body's immune system mistakenly targets and damages the receptors for acetylcholine, a crucial neurotransmitter at the neuromuscular junction. As a result, signals from nerves to muscles are impaired, leading to characteristic muscle weakness and fatigue. Symptoms often worsen with activity and improve with rest, and the severity can vary from mild to severe. Understanding myasthenia gravis highlights the complex relationship between the immune system and neuromuscular function. Photosynthesis is a vital process that allows plants to produce their own food. Using the energy from sunlight, plants convert carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil into glucose, a type of sugar that serves as their primary energy source. This transformation occurs in the chloroplasts, where light energy drives the chemical reactions. As a byproduct of this process, oxygen is released into the atmosphere, supporting life on Earth. Through photosynthesis, plants play a crucial role in maintaining the planet's oxygen supply and energy balance. C4 plants are remarkably efficient in environments with high temperatures and intense sunlight. Their unique photosynthetic pathway allows them to concentrate carbon dioxide in specialized cells, which significantly reduces the rate of photorespiration. This adaptation means that C4 plants can maintain higher rates of photosynthesis, even when conditions are less favorable for other plant types. As a result, they are able to conserve energy and water, making them well-suited for hot, sunny climates where resources can be limited. Transpiration is the process by which plants lose water vapor from their leaves to the atmosphere. This movement of water not only helps in drawing sap upward from the roots through the stem, a phenomenon known as sap ascent, but also plays a crucial role in regulating plant temperature. As water evaporates from the leaf surfaces, it cools the plant, much like how sweating cools the human body. This evaporative cooling protects plants from overheating, especially during hot weather. Overall, transpiration is essential for nutrient transport and maintaining optimal internal conditions within the plant. Ecological energy flow describes how energy moves through an ecosystem, from the sun to producers, and then to various levels of consumers. The 10% law states that only about 10% of the energy at one trophic level is transferred to the next level, with the rest lost primarily as heat. This limited transfer of energy explains why food chains rarely have more than 4 or 5 links. The upright pyramid of energy visually represents this concept, showing a broad base of energy at the producer level that narrows sharply at higher trophic levels. This structure highlights the fundamental role of energy availability in shaping ecosystem organization and stability. Ozone depletion remains a significant environmental concern, as the thinning of the ozone layer allows more harmful UVB radiation to reach the Earth's surface. This increase in ultraviolet radiation can have serious consequences for both human health and ecosystems. Elevated UVB levels are linked to higher rates of skin cancer, cataracts, and weakened immune systems in humans. Additionally, plants and marine life can suffer from disrupted growth and reproductive cycles. Addressing ozone depletion is essential to protect life on our planet from the damaging effects of increased UVB exposure. The ideal gas equation is a fundamental relationship in physical chemistry, expressed as PV equals nRT. Here, P stands for pressure, V for volume, N for the number of moles, R is the universal gas constant, and T represents temperature in Kelvin. This equation allows us to predict the behavior of gases under different conditions by relating these variables. By rearranging the equation, we can solve for any one variable if the others are known, making it a powerful tool for tackling a wide range of problems involving gases, such as calculating the amount of gas in a container or determining how a gas will respond to changes in temperature or pressure. Reaction order and molecularity are two important concepts in chemical kinetics, but they refer to different aspects of a reaction. Reaction order is determined experimentally and describes how the rate depends on the concentration of reactants. Molecularity, on the other hand, refers to the number of reactant particles involved in a single step of the reaction mechanism and is always a whole number. It's important to note that in first-order reactions, the half-life remains constant regardless of the initial concentration. This unique property allows for predictable decay patterns over time. In organic chemistry, SN1 and SN2 reactions are two primary mechanisms for nucleophilic substitution. The SN1 mechanism proceeds through a two-step process involving the formation of a carbocation intermediate. This intermediate allows for the possibility of rearrangement and typically leads to a mixture of stereochemical outcomes, often resulting in racemization. In contrast, the SN2 mechanism occurs in a single concerted step, where the nucleophile attacks the substrate from the opposite side of the leaving group, leading to inversion of configuration at the reaction center. Inductive effects, such as electron withdrawing groups near the reactive site, can stabilize intermediates in SN1 reactions or influence the rate of SN2 reactions by affecting the electrophilicity of the carbon atom undergoing substitution. Aromatic compounds, such as benzene, are known for their remarkable stability. This stability arises from the delocalization of pi electrons across the ring structure, allowing the electrons to be shared evenly among the atoms. According to the 4n+2 rule, also known as Huckel's rule, a compound is aromatic if it contains a specific number of pi electrons, where n is a whole number. For benzene, with 6 pi electrons, this rule is satisfied, contributing to its unique chemical properties and resistance to reactions that would disrupt its aromatic system. Periodic trends in inorganic chemistry reveal important patterns across the elements. Atomic size generally decreases from left to right across a period due to increasing nuclear charge, while it increases down a group as additional electron shells are added. Transition elements, found in the central block of the periodic table, display unique properties such as variable oxidation states and the formation of colored compounds. These elements often act as catalysts and have complex electron configurations, setting them apart from main group elements. Understanding these trends helps explain the behavior and reactivity of different elements in chemical reactions. Newton's second law and the work-energy theorem serve as fundamental principles in the study of mechanics. Newton's second law provides a direct relationship between the force applied to an object and its resulting acceleration, offering a framework for predicting motion. The work-energy theorem connects the work done on an object to changes in its kinetic energy, allowing us to analyze how forces influence energy transformations. Together, these principles form the basis for understanding and solving a wide range of problems involving motion and energy in physical systems. Escape velocity is the minimum speed an object must reach to break free from a planet's gravitational pull without further propulsion. This concept is crucial in space exploration, as it determines the energy required for rockets or spacecraft to leave Earth or any other celestial body. The escape velocity depends on the mass and radius of the planet, meaning larger and denser planets require higher speeds to overcome their gravity. Understanding escape velocity helps engineers design missions that can successfully travel beyond a planet's atmosphere and into space. Ohm's law is a fundamental principle in electronics, stating that the current flowing through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across those points, provided the temperature remains constant. This relationship is expressed with the formula Vi equals I times R, where V is voltage, I is current, and R is resistance. When analyzing electrical circuits, Ohm's law helps determine how much current will flow for a given voltage and resistance. In series circuits, the total resistance is the sum of all resistors, causing the current to remain the same throughout the circuit. In contrast, parallel circuits have the same voltage across each branch, but the total current is divided among the paths, and the overall resistance decreases. Electrical power is determined by multiplying voltage by current, a relationship expressed as P equals V times I. This formula allows us to quantify the rate at which energy is consumed or delivered in a circuit. Understanding this calculation is essential for analyzing how much power devices use and for ensuring components are properly rated. In practical circuit analysis, knowing the power helps prevent overheating and ensures efficient operation. This fundamental concept is widely applied in both designing and troubleshooting electrical systems. The photoelectric effect refers to the phenomenon where electrons are emitted from a material when it is exposed to light of sufficient energy. This effect provided key evidence for the particle nature of light, as explained by Planck's equation, which states that the energy of a photon is equal to its frequency multiplied by Planck's constant. Building on these ideas, the Bohr model of the atom proposed that electrons orbit the nucleus in specific energy levels. When electrons transition between these levels, they absorb or emit photons with energies corresponding to the difference between the levels, helping to explain atomic spectra. Water-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin C and the B vitamins, dissolve in water and are not stored in the body, requiring regular intake through diet. Fat-soluble vitamins, including vitamins A, D, E, and K, are stored in body fat and the liver. The pH scale measures how acidic or basic a solution is, ranging from 0 to 14, with 7 being neutral. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouses of the cell because they generate energy in the form of ATP through cellular respiration. The central dogma of molecular biology describes the flow of genetic information from DNA to RNA to protein, outlining the fundamental process of gene expression. Biology, chemistry, and physics are deeply interconnected, each providing essential insights that enhance our understanding of the natural world. Biological processes often rely on chemical reactions, while the principles of physics explain the forces and energy that drive these reactions. Together, these disciplines form a comprehensive framework for exploring everything from the smallest molecules to the largest systems. Recognizing their connections allows scientists to solve complex problems and make discoveries that benefit society as a whole.